I could see that they're trying. I just wish that in my time when I was aging out, something was like set in stone.
When a child under youth protection turns 18, how are they supported? The Quebec government promised to follow expert recommendations to amend Quebec's Youth Protection Act after it came into question following the tragic death of a young girl in Granby in 2019. But critics say Bill 15 doesn't go far enough and are calling on the government to put measures in place to help these young adults transition to standing on their own.
I remember leaving C.A.R.E. It was like, I don't know how to describe the moment. I walked out of the door and they were all waving at me. My heart kind of like sank. I was like, oh my God. Like what? 1 second you're like all in youth protection and they're like very much like your safety is like their main priority or whatever. And then the next second it's just like, all right, you're out in the world.
Nikki Bubb is one of the many Quebecers who wishes that at 18 years old, they had more support leaving youth protection. The province's Bill 15 had to put legislation in place to help. One of the many recommendations from the Laurent Commission's final report on children's rights and youth protection, but advocates are calling for more to be done.
Right now, there's no legislation that guarantees that youth will receive any kind of support as they leave C.A.R.E. All the other Canadian provinces and territories have something of that nature, and we really thought that it was Quebec's turn.
When one has reached the age of 18, the Youth Protection Act states that care can continue for those under certain conditions. Sun Youth, a community organization helping youth, is one local group that is working to put measures in place to help these young adults transition.
Sun Youth understands that although these are young men and women, they are still kids, and we need to have tools in place to be able to help them sort of transition to just not only the workforce but adulthood. So we've been lucky enough that a lot of kids from youth protection, foster care, and group homes are already participating in our like sports activities. So we get them at a young age and we can help integrate them either through summer employment and things like that.
All who aged out of C.A.R.E., the common theme was a feeling of abandonment by the government, their primary caregiver, throughout their youth. And so we don't want that to continue. We want a safe exit from C.A.R.E. and our youth deserve it.
For those currently aging out of youth protection, Bub says to surround yourself with people that are good for you.
Just don't be alone, in that transition, because it's a big one.
In Montreal, Pamela Pagano, City News.